represent ethnic minorities. Now, that's cool. You'll go in there, and then Josh McDowell is going to be flying in, and he's going to speak after you guys, but you guys are kind of kicking this thing off. So Saturday morning, with great fear and trembling, I felt the nudge, and I'm the first one out the door. I mean, you're standing out there with this kind of hostile audience, and, how do you start? But I shared a very brief testimony. First time I'd ever shared my faith in public. And then I went back, and then what happened was that there were hundreds of students like you all that then kind of moved out into the demonstration and sat down among the demonstrators as all the political speeches and the organizing was going on. And we just struck up conversations with the people that were getting ready to go march in the Capitol. And what happened was amazing, the next thing that happened, because the demonstrators all got up, walked over to Guadalupe to march down to Congress Avenue to the Capitol. And probably a fourth of the demonstrators stayed behind, engaged in conversations with us. And the energy completely went out of the demonstration. In the process, I was sitting down next to a guy named Ricky, and I was pleading with him to commit his life to Christ. And at one point in time, he finally says, look, he says, stop talking. He says, you don't need to say anything anymore. And I said, why is that? He said, when you began talking to me, he says, I could not understand what you were saying. He said, I had just taken some LSD. And he said, I was so stoned, I just couldn't understand what you were saying. But as you kept talking, he said, something just reached down, and I went sober just like that. And he says, I could hear God speaking to me, and I want to commit my life to Christ. And so we sat there on the mall and prayed for the first time. I saw somebody come into the kingdom of God. And as I walked back to my car, I was floating, because I thought, you can't change the world, God. You're the answer that this world is looking for. It's not all the other things that we're doing. It's you who's going to change the world. And that was kind of my first 2 months as a Christian. And what was exciting about that was that energy that was there, this intensity to get depth in the scriptures, to pray for the world, to share Christ with others, to build into the lives of others so that they can go on and impact the world, began in those first early months there on that campus and have continued to this day. And that's where you all are today. It's building that kind of foundation that will carry you. And I want you to understand that the things that you're involved in are very real. They can change your life. They'll change the lives of people around you. Understand the incredible privilege you have of the opportunity to be discipled, to grow in Christ where you are now. Well, let me continue on here a little bit more. And put this up here. Let's see if this will work. I'm just losing the signal. I'm sorry, guys. At the time, I had moved. I was studying business. But I had gotten really bored with school. So along with the ministry, one of the things that I did, I was 19, almost 20 at the time, I decided, this school stuff doesn't work for me. So I decided to start a business. And what I did was I started a marketing business while I was involved in the ministry with the students, helping American companies market their products to the Far East of Japan, where I was from, and I still had some contacts over there. And so I had this interesting thing going on where I was fully engaged in ministering to people. I was going to school as I could and running this business. And this actually helped sustain me as I got through school, and I wanted to keep discipling people. The business supported me and helped me to be involved with students for a couple of years after I was out of school. But after a few years after I finally graduated and was ministering, the Navigators approached me and asked me to sometimes I wonder whether I made the right choice, but looking back, I never do now because God takes us through those things like that. But I distinctly remember the day that I decided to make a commitment to go into the ministry full time. Because I've been flying, I was running a summer training program in Austin, and I was flying out 3 days a week to Los Angeles for business, flying back in to run the training program, going back and forth all summer like this. And toward the end of the time, I came out to LA, and my client said, he says, I have a son that doesn't want to come into the business. And here's how much money I have, here's how much I earn. And he says, I trust you, I've been doing business with you, and you're my son's age, and I would really like to give the business to you. And at the same time, a Japanese company made a similar offer and said, look, we'll buy you a house out in LA, we'll pay you, and we'll set up this office. And one day, just for the heck of it, they chartered an airplane and said, let's just go for a joyride. So we flew out from LA and flew down through the Grand Canyon and everything. And I thought, geez, this is kind of like being taken up to the tops of the mountains and being shown all the kingdoms of the world and saying, this is yours if you want it. And at that moment, God really convicted me and said, I want you to give yourself to people. I want you to give yourself to following me. So I turned my business over to a brother, and a few months later, I was on staff with the Navigators at Texas, and really began to see some remarkable things going on there, discipling people. So I thought that was the way it was going to be, that I was kind of on staff with the Navs and campus ministry. I was loving it. I kind of walked away from kind of the career thing and thought, okay, here we go. We're going to make the world happen, make this all happen. And really, for the next 10 years or so, that was what was happening. Now, along about this time, though, I had another decision to make. And it happened kind of in a backwards sort of way. I had gotten engaged and was pursuing this relationship with this young lady. And in one moment, she came back from a trip and said, it's all off. And I was so devastated and crushed, I didn't know what to do because I thought this was all planned out. And I didn't know what to do with my emotions. I didn't know what to do with my heart. And God said, he said, it's my hand in this. He says, because what I want you to do is I want you to give it all to me. I want you to give your relationships to me. I want you to give your love to me. And I want you to learn how to pour yourself out for others and just focus on me. And so for the next few years, I really did that. And God blessed that so much. I can't even begin to tell you the number of people that came to Christ, the number of people that were discipled, and the freedom that God gave me just to be His and His law and to pursue Him. But toward the end of that time, probably 1978 or so now, God spoke to me one more time and He said, okay, now it's time. And I said, what do you mean, now it's time? He says, now it's time I'm going to bring somebody into your life. And I said, well, that's good news, God, but I don't see anybody around here, And so a few weeks later, there was a pastor